What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Mighty Mini Gamer, and we are back in Assetto Corsa with a new mod. Haven't done one of these for a while, so I'm a little bit rusty. But here we have the Clutch Gang 350Z Street from their streetcar pack. I think it's their streetcar pack at least, but I could be talking utter rubbish. Either way, that is what we've got here, and I've just completely headbutted my microphone. I do apologise. So yeah, what do we have here? This is the 350Z. It's a 350. It looks like a 350. It is what it is. So I normally start out by talking about how these cars feel. So this car is it's okay. I'm on the fence about it still. So it does a donut, obviously. Won't do one in third gear, of course, but then again, why would it? So let's get out on the track and see what happens. Well, we'll go for some third gear stuff and see if it'll take it. So already in third gear it's definitely difficult to control. Well, somewhat difficult. This track's relatively tight, so it's not too bad. Over the grass, why not? Yeah, so on this short track it's not so bad because this track's very tight and twisty. I have had this on my usual track that I usually test mods at, which is Tsukuba in Japan, and we're not there because of how this car did. It didn't do well. It was just not happy. Okay. Well, apparently I might not be using any of this footage because apparently we're skipping frames. Are we still skipping frames? Well, I'm not sure. No, we're smooth. Okay, good. Thank goodness. So yeah, this... dear, good. I restart talking just as I crash into a wall. Good job, mate. Right, so... getting all the issues with the recording software that I just had. Right, yeah, so where was I? Right, yes, we normally test at Tsukuba. We're not there because, plain and simply, this car doesn't work well on bigger tracks. So tracks like Tsukuba, which is a relatively large track with some large long corners, it doesn't do well. It feels like it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't have enough power is the overall gist of what I can ascertain. So here, as you see, the tyres are nice and cold and they're very grippy, which is, you know, exactly what you want, but it does struggle to spin them a little. So it will do it, as you can see, but if this corner holds on longer and there's a longer drift, as you can see, it just grips up, which is not... It's fine, it's manageable here. As I said, on a track with longer corners, it's just... it doesn't work. The car isn't able to maintain the long-term long-term skids, not unless you, I mean, it will do it, you just fudge it with left foot on the brakes, but then you can stall out like that just did there. So it's really not ideal. It's not ideal at all. I mean, let me go into the pits here and let's just get it into the third gear donut, and you will see. So I'll just hold it on the left foot on the brakes just to control the speed, and as you can see, it's fine. Just controlling the car's speed with your left foot on the brakes. But now let's let that speed come up a bit and try and hold a sharper angle. So now we're holding a really sharp angle. Let's go. That was too much angle, sorry, my bad. I have screwed up there. But as you can see, it wouldn't pull out of that. So again, let's get the angle extreme. And it's holding fine, but we're limited on space here. If this was a larger radius, it wouldn't hold this, which is what I'm going to show you in a minute. So I've got a little bit of a clip session. I say clip session, more like a bit of a montage of this car going around this track, doing a few full laps, and in second gear and third gear. We'll go with the second gear first, and you can watch them, and then we'll go on to the third gear afterwards. Because in second, this car's absolutely fine here. It'll do third fine here, no problem. But it's just lacking. So that being said, let's get the montage underway.
Some fun, come a little closer, let me show you how it is. 'Cause you seem confused, you don't need to know just who I am. Let's move to the groove. Baby, I ain't looking for romance, I'm just trying to dance. 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 'Cause you seem confused, you don't need to know just who I am. Let's move to the groove. Baby, I ain't looking for romance, I'm just trying to dance. 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 Baby, what's the rush? I can see the liquor, how it tickles at your lips.
Welcome back. So yeah, like I said, that little montage is just to give you the overall view of how the car does. So now we're at skid pad 0.5, and as you can see, we're on a 100-meter radius right here. Okay, now I know the Clutch Gang car pack very well, the older car pack, one of the previous versions of the Clutch Gang car pack, more should I say. And I'm a very big fan of the Nissan S15 they have with the 2JZ in it, because it is a very, very, very good car. Now, that will do fifth gear round here. It's overpowered, I will 100% admit that it's very much so overpowered. But this thing has the opposite problem, it's too underpowered. So like I say, here we are on a 100-meter radius. Third gear, we should be fine here, and let's initiate a slide and see what happens. So firstly, we'll go with a handbrake initiation, or sorry, hydraulic handbrake specifically. So here's a hydro initiation, and it just straightens up. So it doesn't have the power to maintain a 100-meter radius power slide, which to anyone who knows, drifting is power sliding, mostly. There's other nuances to it, but the overall core of drifting is it's a power slide. So if it doesn't have the power to do the slide, it can't do a power slide. So again, 100 meters, and we'll bring the speed up 50 miles an hour, and we'll pull the hydro, let it rotate, and just straight up. So you might think, okay, well maybe you need a higher gear. Let's try fourth and go in faster. Okay, let's try that. So let's get up a lot more speed. Let's get up more like as close as we can get to 70 miles an hour here. There you go, 70 miles an hour, handbrake. So it holds it a little bit, but it just wants to come in tighter, pull in tighter. See, I can hold it, but it wants to naturally come in tight. It's trying to pull in tighter. It wants to be in tighter to get that happy zone. So let's go down to third gear. Let's try 75. And this is the core of the problem, because on Tsukuba, the last corner is very long. It's approximately half of the 100 meter radius circle here. It's about half of that. So again, here we go, 55 miles an hour, handbrake, initiate, and it straightens up. Now here's why I say it suits a tight track better, but let's go, okay, maybe it's a direction thing. Well, no, it isn't. It will do exactly the same the other direction. As you see, holds it, but it wants to come in and then straightens up, and then here we go, we're spinning out. Right, well let's try 50 meter radius in third gear. We'll go with the clutch kick initiation. Okay, so we can hold that, but no, it straightens out. Okay. So let's try and hold it on the 50. Now it will hold here, but it's a lot of work. You can't see it, but the steering inputs I'm having to do are quite monumental. It's making me work hard to keep this. So where the car naturally wants to be, is it naturally wants to come in here. See now, I'll just come out of that for a minute whilst I change the camera view again. So now when we're that tight in, so here we go. We get it balanced. Still not there yet, still not balanced. Now we're balanced. There's the balance. Nope. I'm wrong. There we go, we're closer to it now. Much less steering input. Still some, but much less. And that's 3/4 throttle. Or full, it doesn't really matter. But it's only around a 25 meter radius in third gear, and this is just too tight. I mean, at this point, at 25 meters, this should be a second gear. And the thing is it's just as happy here in second gear at this radius. Obviously that was down to me not getting the right initiation with it, but see, on the 25 meter line in second gear, it's harder work in second, but as you can see, it's perfectly fine. I mean, in second gear I can come right into within the 10 meter area, and I can almost hold full lock. But the speed is so slow, and therein is the problem. So this car really does, I mean, in my opinion, this is all this is all opinion based, and for drifting online with other people, maybe because you can't always guarantee all people to have the same abilities and the same thought process on how they drift. I mean, I naturally like cars that are very well balanced with power as well as handling, with good braking and just an overall balanced car. But the thing I will say to this is, on a short track where everything's tight, like Drift Playground, it is very controllable. But, as I said, the second you get out of its comfort zone, which is those short, tight tracks, where everything's all tight together, it becomes almost not usable as a drift car, to be honest. Again, like I said, this is opinion based. If you like it, then, tell me how I'm wrong in the comments. But, in my opinion, this car needs an extra, maybe 60 to 100 horsepower on top of what it's already got, because it just does not have the power. I mean, this is ambitious, but let's try 75 meters in 5th gear. So yeah, we can hold it flat out in 5th gear for a little bit, but not a full lap. So let's try 4th gear, which I'm sure we've tried before, but we've got the tyres really hot and warm, and now it'll hold to 75 meters. But will it come out to 100? Let's try bringing it out to 100. So, what you can't see is I'm working the steering an awful lot to try and keep it here, and it is doing it. It is doing the 100. But I'm completely flat out with no control, and all it is steering that was being input there to keep that under control. So yeah, like I said, tell me if you think I'm wrong in the comments. Like I said, my opinion. If you like this car, tell me why in the comments. And if you like this video, give it a like, because it really does help. If you're new around here and you haven't been here for very long, or you want to see some more of my content, or know when my content is coming out and be notified of it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the little bell icon. Why not? Because then you're notified of any updates to videos, i.e. a repost, i.e. a redo of this video. If someone tells me I'm wrong, I might do a second review of this and see where I go from there. And let's just see how the conversation shapes up. That all being said, I'm the Mighty Mini Gamer. I've said it just a minute ago, but I'll say it again. Like this video if you like it, comment on it if you've got anything you want to say, and subscribe if you're new around here.